Let me look at this journal. Alright, cool. Tanzanki Sports, or I'm on a PA community type.
I'm almost trying to get shit set up so fast. Aha! I don't know, everyone said they wanted the kids to be screaming in the background, so we're gonna have kids screaming in the background.
Really? You still haven't started it yet?
Yeah, it's in. What are you watching?
I'm on a PA community cups thing and it's not working.
Oh, you're not in the game?
I am.
Yeah. That's what I said, it's on.
The stream.
Yeah, it's on a 3-minute delay. Nub.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, sorry. Whoops. Alright, so
I've been on
DJ
map
Tower.
you guru this whole time.
Wait, what? Okay, so on the right team we got tactical tilting, left side is one of our Hellhounds. Always got pulled together. Huge pick once and never Coalescence comes out. Maybe comes out to block it though. We have Coalescence still going through. Bongo also comes out. Coalescence from red team also comes out. Looks like it's gonna be able to support them a lot, but May Breeze also comes out. Lots of ults from both sides here, and we're gonna be able to see who comes out on top. And right now Maywall is zoning off tactical tilting. And that Scorpion goes down, and it looks like tactical tilting is going to have to reset and go back to their spawn. Coming to this next fight, we have Klaus with the Death Blossom as well as Dead Scorpion coming up onto the Deadeye. Most likely we're going to see Reaper swap from Dead Scorpion from McCree to Reaper. And loses the Deadeye, but probably more value that he gets out of that. We're going to have Whole Hog and Death Blossom coming out from Hanamura. Pull comes out, huge wall separates them, 3 on each side. Whole Hog comes out and it looks like it's going to be able to catch the enemy Hog. Never is able to kill Message Moon on Larissa. And it looks like Hanamura Hellhounds is just going to be able to clean this up really easy. Lith does die, however. So I believe it is 5 versus 4 right now. So definitely have a chance, except for their Lucio just walled inside. And right now it's just going to be a game of whoever is able, if the Hanamura Hellhounds is able to kill them quickly before they're able to get back in time. And it looks like they're going to be able to clean this up real well. And no one else at this current moment is able to touch unless Lucio gets in there real well. Yes, he does. However, he's going to be able to have to go down and no one else now can touch. Alright, first round goes to Hanamura Hellhounds on Lijiang Tower. And we are going to be moving into Night Market. We'll see if we have any team switches in terms of team comps. We have May Reaper for the Hanamura Hellhounds currently with the Morris and Lucio support lineup and Larissa Hog. Looks like we have a mirror matchup going on here, except for Tactical Tilting is choosing to play a D.Va over the Hog, and actually Hanamura Hellhounds does opt to switch over to the Pharmacy rather than keeping the May. Nibber does switch over to Lucio, so it's going to be just a Pharah alone. Oh, no, switches back to Mercy. Looks like they can't decide. Right off the bat, we see the Tactical Tilting opting to just go straight to point, possibly risking the boop there, but nothing comes out. Maywall does come through, potentially blocking the Sim teleport, but that is not there. So we're gonna see Tactical Tilting kind of play this a little bit slow right now, waiting for any opportunities from Hanamura Hellhounds if they ever block through. Maywall is now up from Tactical Tilting, so they're probably just playing for that. D.Va is hooked. However, it looks like they're not going to be able to capitalize. Klaus has to find the enemy Mora, and now Tactical Tilting is now down 1 and the D.Va mech. And Tactical Tilting has lost 2 now. 4 and 5. Just Lucio remains. Looks like Fair. What? Nope. Is not able to clean up the Lucio. The Lucio actually almost has beat already. That is very impressive from My Life's a Meme. Being able to build up that beat drop in one singular fight whenever his team lost. We also have both support elves from Tactical Tilting. The lessons comes out from both sides. Mirror. Fair Barrage just also is used, and that is able to clean up Tactical Tiltings and make them reset. Going to this next fight, Valkyrie and Bar Barrage are both used by the Hanamura Hellhounds, but they will have Supercharger as well as Death Blossom coming into this next fight. And Tactical Tilting will have Beat Drop almost coming up on Mayfreeze. Supercharger is used, fat pull, and it looks like B is going to have to come out to save their Medivh, but it looks like it's not going to be very useful as she still gets out of mech. Well, once again, Hammer Hounds are just going to wipe the board with Tactical Tilting. D.Va almost remixed, but is killed by the Reaper, stopping that. So now Supercharger and May ult, as well as Death Blossom from Tactical Tilting coming into this next fight, coming up nearly on D.Va Bomb. No ultimates currently from Hanamura Hellhounds, but they will be coming up in Coalescence and Farbarrage during this fight. May ult does come out, does get 2 inside of it. More is able to fade out, however, Hog is kind of stuck inside of there. Death Blossom comes out, does not find anybody, however, Lith does fall from D.Va. Far from D.Va. Klaus is trying to teleport up top so we can try and get some value from there. Huge pull, nothing is able to capitalize on that though, considering Hanamura is already down 2, now they're down 4. Klaus does find Mink, however, not gonna have to be able to do anything with that as the rest of the team's dead. So we're coming into this next fight now. Coalescence was used as well as Death Blossom and the Mail from Tactical Tilting in order to win that fight. But they still have Supercharger to win this. But it kind of looks bad for them as Hanamura will be coming into this with Fair Barrage, Coalescence, and Mercial. Valkyrie is already used, entering the entire fight. Last instead of the backline, Fire Barrage comes out, finds 3 with a huge super pull from Marisa to follow up on that. Pistol comes out from Mercy, looks like it's not going to be able to fight anybody. And right now, Hanamura is just trying to press W onto this point and capitalize it on the huge barrage that came up from Lith. Looks like they're able to catch the point. The little touch is going to have to come out from Tactical Tilting. However, it looks like Hanamura is successfully being able to clean them all up. Supercharger comes out to ensure this win, as well as Death Blossom. And Hanamura appears to be taking map 1 away from Tactical Tilting on Li Jing.
Victory.
GG's all coming out inside the chat. I don't know, stream cannot see that, but big sportsmanship from both teams. Play the game from Klaus. A little bit of a wave there at the D.Va before she gets a mech. Alright. So going into the next map. From what we saw on the first map, definitely Hanamura was very much the dominant team there. It was not a 100-0 on both maps though, so we do see a little bit of retaliation from Tactical Tilting, potentially showing that they have potential to take a few maps, if not win this. Still, definitely not losing faith in them yet. We've seen some potential come out from them as during the Li Jing map, but overall, Hanamura was able to take the first map in the end. Potentially, though, Tactical may be able to pull out a win during payload maps. So during Overwatch League and during any tournament, you can see a lot of teams that are just worse at certain maps. And usually the big difference you'll see is King of the Hill maps versus payload maps. Although I'm not entirely sure what the statistics show about these two teams, we may see a little bit of a surprise from Tactical Tilting on the payload maps. Hanamura, though, definitely has an advantage. They are higher ranked, as well as higher seeded in the tournament. So overall, looking like the team that's going to take this.
Great analysis there.
But yeah. I assume we'll be moving on to the next map, which was called from Mink to be Anubis. Oh, it's a hybrid map.
Yeah, it has to be hybrid. It can't be Anubis.
Yeah, I guess Tactical has to talk about that. They must be excited for Anubis.
Like, shit, that's the map we practiced all week. Well, pretty.
Alright. No map has been called out yet. Still. A lot of big matches coming out tonight. Especially inside the championship division. This is probably one of the what is the word? Insignificant games tonight, I'd say. There's a lot of huge maps going on right now, or games going on right now. But looks like Hollywood was going to be picked from Tactical Tilting here, so we're going to be going into that map next. Definitely one of my favorite maps inside the entire game. We'll see what strats. So there's a lot of different strats and compositions that can be pulled out. So it's always exciting to see what teams choose. All right. So we're just getting readies all around the board currently. Hanamura is ready. And Tactical Tilting is ready. And we're going to go ahead and get map 2 started. Once again, to see Hanamura Hellhounds was able to take a very leading victory on Legion Tower. Nearly one-sided, but not quite. So coming into this map, we definitely always see variations of comp, but generally for defense here especially, you're always going to be looking for a Risa Diva or Risa Hog here. Depends what the team opts to play. And we'll see what these teams are going to be rolling out here pretty soon. And it looks like Hanamura Hellhounds is going to be running a Ball Diva on defense, which I assume they're going to switch. Since I have the Bastion, yeah, they switch it over to Risa Diva. They're running the Risa Diva, Bastion, Junkrat, as well as the Mercy Baptiste for supports. Very strong support lineup there for the Hanamura Hellhounds, specifically for the the comp that they're running. So they're probably definitely playing Protect the President here on the high ground. On the other hand, we do see Tactical Tilting running Orion Zarya with a Symmetra, McCree, Lucio Mora that are opting, most likely, I'd imagine, to teleport underneath, where they're able to press Lucio Amp and just kind of rush them high ground. I assume they kind of expected this high ground call from Hanamura. Maybe some fat analysis coming out. Death Scorpion rolls straight into a trap and is instantly caught out. So obviously Tactical Tilting here is going to have to wait. The turret or teleporter is placed, however it's going to be destroyed by Guru. And we're going to see McCree, which obviously isn't too mobile. I assume they're going to have to teleport him over again to ensure his safety. Nope, he's just going to roll over and get bubbled. Teleport is going to be saved to be used to teleport underneath them, I believe. They're going to just run straight to point rather than opting to teleport, which is very questionable. We see that the shield can be completely destroyed. Gabe is able to find 3 kills now. You know, Tactical Tilting is going to get destroyed. I don't know why they opted here to not use a teleporter to go underneath. You know, obviously so saw there to shield break on their team was just way too much to try and just hold W. but they definitely do see a switch here. I assume there really is, you know. Obviously it's not working. Switch to a Ball Diva with a Pharmacy Hanzo with the Lucio as our support, which is questionable in my opinion. We're going to be moving, and rotation coming out from the ball, looking for knockbacks. Gabe does kill Dead Scorpion, but he's revived, so it's definitely still a push here. Heyman is still in position though to knock them off, and the enemy team, although they notice it, is not really positioned to counter that. Lith does use his tire. Looks like he's going to be able to find the enemy ball. Tactical tilting once again, now 2 minutes down, have to reset. They're just playing for the shield breaking currently. Heyman is able to get back pretty fast here. Blind does go down. Res is up. Yes, it is. And she is res to stop the reset. Shield is down on the floor, so Hanzo and Fire are able to kind of... There was no shots from either of them going into that to capitalize on that. The Amplification Matrix comes out as well as a blue beam Bastional. Looks like it is able to find Dead Scorpion. And once again, Tactical Tilting is going to be down 1 coming into this fight, and they're still going to be trying to hold W and still trying to win this fight. As I realize they're wasting a lot of time here. Supercharger does come out to capitalize the 2 picks that they have gained. However, Blind Valkyrie does ultimate, uses ultimate and kills Supercharger as well as Nimber on the Mercy. However, Gab is able to kill Diva as well as Afara. And it looks like Hanamura is able just to kill Tactical Tilting 1 by 1 here. Mines does come out on does able to kill Lith actually, because he's outside of the outside of the Mentality field. Gab is kind of caught out there. He's getting pocketed by the Mercy though. Lots of ult charge once again coming to Blind Valkyrie. Potentially going to be building up that time. I don't think so though. He is very low without his Mercy. Death Scorpion also goes down from Gab, or Gabe, whatever. And Hanamura is just able to reset back on high ground here. Pool does come out, does not find anybody. Lith has dropped down, trying to protect the point more with his trap, and gets a nice trap placement there. Ball comes in, Diva also comes in, does get pulled. So his fly is not really going to be very effective there. Valkyrie's coming out from both teams, as well as Riptire, to able to find just the Lucio. However, Lith does go down. Actually, the Tactical Tilting is up right now. Death Scorpion does kill 2. And it looks like Nimber's trying to find a res here, but he's not able to really get one safely. Massacre does get out of that mech, as well as Ultimate is used from Miko. However, he's not able to find anybody. Tracer swap from Gab to be able to get back faster. Masu does kill Math, as well as Arisa and Mercy go down from Hanamura Hellhounds. And it looks like we have an overtime here team here with Tactical Tilting, as they're able to capitalize and win this fight in overtime. As well as during Li Jing, they were able to win during 99 fights as well. So, or last fights. Looks like we're going to see Gab switch over to the Ashe to counter the Farah, and Lith switches over to Mei to just counter the Hammond, I believe is called there, the thought process there. Kind of a standoff right now, kind of a poke phase. Neither team's capitalizing on anything or being able to find any picks. Fine does get very low and he's able to find the Baptiste. And it looks like Tactical Tilting is going to be coming into this fight with 1 up. And Dragons does come out to huge Dragons. Zones off the Mei, forces her to be able to use Ice Block, as well as gets the Remy Arisa very low. And she goes down. Huge Dragons from Dead Scorpion to secure that fight there. They were trying to escape from the Hammond. Hammond does get slapped, however he is woken up immediately by the Diva's rockets. Looks like Hammond is going to be going up high ground. He does have mines. We have Valkyrie, Beat Drop, Feber Dodge, which does come out right now. It finds 3. Mines comes out for no reason, but the Diva does get out of mech. Once again, kind of a slow fight here, but huge ultimate from Blind Valkyrie there to secure that fight, and also secure Nope, they're not able to secure point 2. May is on the point, uses Ice Block, my Ice Block is down. Beat Drop is used to counteract the Supercharger. Looks like it does work as no picks are found from Hanamura Hellhounds. However, a Big Arm comes out, is able to find Delucio. But Tactical Tilting comes up top. Futile hold there. Just kind of wasted ults from specifically the Diva Bomb, which is no longer futile as Math Guru did switch over to Hog from Diva. By Valkyrie looking to get more ult charge here. We're going to definitely see Hanamura Hellhounds having the ultimate advantage here with Tactical Tilting having 50% or less on every single character except for Blind Valkyrie now. He's able to build his up charge really fast actually. Went from 20 to 70 in about, I don't know, 30 seconds. Bob does come out. Looks like it's going to people are just gonna walk away from that as well as amplification matches. 3 ultimates wasted there in my opinion, apart from just disrupting the enemy team. No picks found out from all three of those. Maywall not able to really find any much use there. Huge knock boop into the team from Masumi. Very slow fight here. Lots of ultimates coming out. And it looks like there's finally going to be some action with Blind Valkyrie going down, huge pull, as well as a Diva Mech coming down from Tactical Tilting. And Hanamura Hellhounds is able to get back on their feet after a very strong hold on first point defense and stop the cart here on 3rd points. The Scorpion is killed by Gab, but is rezzed. The Scorpion is rezzed though. So no time wasted there, despite a big pick from Gab. Diva is hooked, as well as the Hanzo Dragons coming out, completely separating their team and forcing them inside of that little tiny room over there, where Hammond can get a lot of value if used correctly. However, he has frozen really huge pull comes out. Lots of ultimates from both sides here in a desperate attempt to win. However, it looks like Math Guru is able to use that meat grinder there with the amplification matrix and kill 3 people that were huge plays from Math. My Life as a Meme is able to actually get successfully res in all this chaos. Gab is able to finish off the ball, and slowly but surely, I believe Tactical Tilting is going to get picked off here. However, Blind, huge ultimate, huge beat shot, and completely enabling Tactical Tilting to press W here. Doomfist seems to be working out here. He was able to find a kill, as well as Death Guru went down, or Math Guru went down. And despite what I had said, Tactical Tilting is actually able to come out on top of this fight. However, this next fight starting up right now seems to be turning completely around in the Hanamura Hellhounds' favor, despite a little bit of a setback there with Tactical Tilting using the Doomfist and Reaper to win that fight. The Hanamura Hellhounds was able to get back on their feet in the last seconds and stop them. Hollywood, not very much of a... What's the word? Not much of action as it was on Legion Tower. But Tactical Tilting was able to push it almost near the end. They were not able to cap all 3 though. We're going to see now Hanamura Hellhounds on the offensive side. Tactical Tilting playing the defense. We've only really seen Hog and Risa comps, as well as there was Risa Diva from Hanamura Hellhounds, but definitely some comp diversity coming out from Tactical Tilting. And we actually do see a complete mirror to what the Hanamura Hellhounds was running on defense, with apart from the Symmetra. Symmetra is replacing Junkrat here. Hanamura Hellhounds had ran the exact same comp that you see Tactical running, but as I said, with the Junkrat instead of Symmetra. And just as I said before, Hanamura Hellhounds is going to be playing that Risa Hog again, with the Pharmacy and Hanzo, and the Ana.
You ever notice this building just says munitions?
5, 4,
Wait, which one?
2,
In the back on the lot,
attackers
the
incoming.
western lot, it says munitions.
Oh. Alright, so coming right into it, looks like Arisa, Diva playing up high ground. Casual stuff here, but the difference is Pharmacy is already pulled out. Pharmacy Hanzo's already pulled out, which is a lot of shield break here. And I feel like Hanamura Hellhounds is definitely playing a lot better already than Tactical Tilting was. Or at least they're at a better advantage already, as they pulled out the Pharmacy Hanzo from the beginning. We see a lot of damage coming out from Lith, able to get that all charge up, even though he's not finding any kills. However, he does actually find Masume and the Arisa. Marisa is res though, but it looks like it doesn't really matter too much as Bastion and Diva both are killed. And no ultimates are going to most likely have to be used here. However, Barrage does come out to finish it, but it does not look like that works out too well. Amplification Matrix comes out. Hanzo Dragon is used. Does not find anybody though, but however, it does stagger them out a lot. Symmetra, a lot of ultimates here.
Save like 8 deaths or something like that?
They're
not Amp Matrix, the lamp.
Yeah, the immortality just saved them.
It
Big
saved
time.
2 ults.
Yeah, that was a huge immortality. I don't know how the Fire was able to kill that for the Hanzo, but nonetheless, what happened, and Supercharger does come out. And actually, Tactical Tilting is able to get back on their feet here and completely just start rolling them. Lots of ultimates being used in that very first fight. However, Supercharger and Hellhog are going to be at Hanamura Hellhound's disposal, as well as Diva Bomb with Tactical Tilting. Almost coming up on Implication Matrix once again for Tactical Tilting. We're going to see Doom try and flank up around the top. Pharmacy, Supercharger is yours, as well as Hellhog. It looks like it is able to find the... No, it does not find a Diva, but Diva actually does get a huge bomb there, killing the Pharmacy, as well as Dead Scorpion. Killing off the Ana? No, not the Ana, the Hanzo. Whoops. But, Hanamura Hellhounds is going to have to reset here, and despite my words earlier, Hanamura Hellhounds is not doing as well as I expected from the beginning, and Tactical Tilting coming into this fight with the ultimate advantage, with Symmetra Barrier almost being up, as well as Valkyrie, and them having currently at the very moment, Doomult and Amplification Matrix. Hanzo comes out, is not able to find anybody despite the mortality being down. Amplification Matrix also comes out, but it looks like it's not able to find anybody. Arisa flies up in the air, flying horses now. Huge pull, but huge Dumo. Oh, that was nice with that pull. They were all grouped up together perfectly, and it does find the Ana. Ana is res though, but the fire comes down with that.
Just taking out Lithograph? And like from afar with the Battle Mercy?
So, coming into this next fight, there is Nano Barrage as well as Valkyrie coming to disposal. So, you can definitely see just from looking at the ultimates that Hanamura Hellhounds comes into this fight with an ultimate advantage. And I might see the similar thing with the overtime team. Diva is able to get out successfully despite almost being hooked. And there's a rotation from Tactical Tilting down to the bottom with the teleporter as well to the staircase. Most likely going to be used by that Sim. Barbarod finds the reset, but he kills himself. Blind kills Fox. Mortality does go down. Huge res onto Fox with a nano. And we're going to see Hanamura Hellhounds do the exact same thing that Tactical Tilting did at the very beginning with the win. Questionable nano comes out, but it is there. So.
Oh, and a stab to the face. Love to see that.
Both teams here looking fairly even. We'll see what happens on the second point. Already coming into this next fight, we do see Hanamura Hellhounds having a disadvantage here. They do switch over to a Mei Mora over that Pharmacy. And Tactical Tilting is rotating all the way up high ground to use that McCree to the maximum advantage. And to be able to hold here successfully. They do drop down really early though. Valkyrie comes out for them to push in, damage boost, and kills. Oh, huge anti-pull. Huge anti-pull. Math Guru is able to press W and capitalize on that anti-pull. And it looks like, oh, Sim ultimate coming out. Huge bomb potential. No, it's completely walled off. Despite it being inside the shield, that would have been a huge bomb otherwise. And we're gonna see Tactical Tilting actually be able to stall us for a lot longer than anybody probably expected. Lucio is walled off, but he's not killed. Tactical Tilting able to actually successfully reset here with those ultimates, but none of the rest of them dying. Huge pull into the Hanzo ult. That was humongous. Gab able to get a 3k there. These pulls from the Orisa are just massive. So massive. Winning these fights for the Hanamura Hellhounds. We're going to see a very similar thing with Hanamura Hellhounds and Tactical Tilting, with Hanamura Hellhounds also being able to fairly easily push through into second point. However, Death Scorpion is able to kill Gab, and it looks like Convalescence is coming out. Hanamura Hellhounds are going to be at a very much on ultimate damage advantage, and Hanamura Hellhounds on the defense. I think I've been saying the wrong teams this entire time, but you guys know. Hanamura Hellhounds on the defense is able to completely... Wait. My brain disturbs. Okay, Hanamura Hellhounds is on the offense. Never mind. I was saying the right teams. I just said the wrong teams that want to fight because they were completely swapped into their positions. My bad. But Hanamura Hellhounds was able to take that fight successfully with Mayfreeze and Nano Boost at their disposal coming into third point with only a minute 30 and a time blank, however. Pool coming out, not able to capitalize on that from Tactical Tilting. Tactical Tilting is having to back off here. Pool not finding anybody from Hanamura Hellhounds. Looks like the McCree is up top, almost having Nano Boost. However, he does drop, and it looks like Tactical Tilting is going to be pushing in here with with Nano Boost, not Nano Boost, Supercharger and Beat Drop. Deadeye from the back, not finding anybody. Masumi does find Litho, and Blind kills the Orisa. Huge pull, which most likely is going to allow them to clean it up. However, Gab does get a huge value there with killing the Diva mech. So Tactical Tilting is going to be down a Diva mech, which completely allows Mei and Hanzo to use their ult freely. We're going to see Tactical Tilting having Mei ult and Coalescence here coming into this next fight. As well as Hanamura having Mei ult and Coalescence, as well as Nano and Hanzo ult, and almost lots of ultimate commitments here from both teams. Mei ult and Coalescence from Tactical Tilting. There we go. Mei ult from Hanamura Hellhounds able to allow them to push in successfully. I was waiting for that. As Hanamura Hellhounds, despite having being picked off first, they are able to capitalize completely on some mispositioning from Tactical Tilting. And we're going to see them potentially cap this. Stall is coming out. Huge stall from Mei. Completely kind of wasting time for that whole hog to go down. Dead Scorpion is able to find Master Gru. And Tactical Tilting does use the Diva Bomb. Not going to find anybody though from the Mei wall. Fox is able to finish off Diva, not allowing her to remech. And it looks like Hanamura is able to do the very, very similar time banks. Almost the exact same. Apart from Tactical Tilting is not able to get in the reach to contest, and Hanamura is able to pick up round map 2. That was much closer map than it was in Legion Tower, though. I will give that to Tactical. So just like I was saying on Li Zhang, they definitely do have the potential here to Tactical definitely has the potential here to win. We're gonna see if they're able to pick up any maps though. Reverse sweep question mark at this point. Alright.
It's nice to
So,
be appreciated.
once again, GG's from both teams coming out in the chat. Various persons like, right now I'm watching Dead Scorpion on the stream, which is very far back, but I'm watching his McCree plays, and he's kind of nuts. Very much nuts. Much better aim than I have. I feel like I don't give enough props to him. I feel like on Tactical Tilting is probably one of the players shining tonight. Dead Scorpion. Winning them a few fights. But I have to give it to the Hanamura Hellhounds tank lineup. Both of them are putting lots of work. Math grew on that Roadhog. Be able to capitalize on a lot of opportunities that his team gave him, as well as booty on the Orisa, who had some massive pools, which definitely allowed the team to what's the word? Enabled this team. That's the word I'm looking for. Definitely enabled this team to push forward and take the wins on some of those fights. Lots of good plays coming out from both teams here. And it looks like we're going to be going into Anubis with Tactical Tilting seeming to like the Anubis very much. As they almost tried to pick it over their Hollywood map last round, last map, even though they weren't really allowed to, as they had to pick a higher map. But now they're able to pick on the 2CP map, and of course pick Temple Anubis. And both teams stay ready, as well as the casters, and we're able to start this up.
Now entering the Temple of Anubis.
So coming into Anubis, I definitely expect Hog Orisa / Hog Diva from Hanamura. That's all we've been seeing from them. However, Tactical Tilting is going to be attack, of course, on the beginning. And I'm not going to be surprised if I see some sort of Hammond dive. It is pause, which I assume means there's a disconnect. Nope. There was someone that's potentially AFK. Alright. Looks like we're going to be starting this up again. And I'm all out of water. Unlucky. Alright, so we're going to be seeing Hanamura Hellhound once again, as I said before. Orisa Diva. Not very surprised. However, I am a little bit surprised from the offense from Tactical Tilting here. They are going to actually opt to play a Symmetric Bastion, looking to TP somewhere. We're not really entirely sure yet, but I assume they're going to be trying to go for that back right high ground on Temple of Anubis first point. The complete lineup for Hanamura Hellhounds is going to be the Orisa Diva for tanks, Ashe Junkrat on the DPS, and Bastion or Baptiste Mercy on the supports. Definitely looking for a very high damage comp here with Ashe Junkrat. And right off the bat, we're going to see Gap taking the high ground control. The team is very split right now. Baptiste, it looks kind of just like a weird boop. Tries to cut out from Jag, but it looks like he's not going to be able to do it. And might actually get caught out here from wasting his fly. It looks like he does get caught out and he loses his neck. And if as well as Immortality tries to save him, but does not work. Lots of misplays already happening here from Hanamura Hellhounds. We're going to be able to see if Tactical Tilting is able to capitalize on that huge pull into a humongous Ashe nade, building him a lot of outcharge. And although Orisa does go down, he is able to get res Lith. However, it does go down. With that Tactical Tilting, is able to actually push in here successfully. Jag goes down, not able to get his mech in time. Pool comes out, not able to get anybody though. There's nobody there who's really able to capitalize on that. Immortality comes out in an attempt to stall. Not going to be very useful though. Tactical Tilting's Bastion strat ends up working out. Lots of misplays from Hanamura Hellhounds.
Have you ever seen that before, Fer?
The Bastion?
On this map?
Yeah, I have.
Really? Oh, that's the first for me. That just looks
Yeah,
silly.
it's not very much
like
used,
I
but
feel like it's a high risk, high reward type of thing. It's either gonna work
See,
or
this
it's
is-
not at all.
second point is definitely very popular for the strat because of what they just did.
But they were able to pull off the teleporter before.
Yeah, it's very, that strat especially is very well known throughout the Overwatch community, and obviously Hanamura and Hellhounds, or yeah, Hanamura and Hellhounds were able to kind of foresee what was happening and just completely annihilate them. So obviously, Hana, the Bastion strat's not gonna be working out too much for any more potato tilting, so they're gonna be switching. And it looks like we're gonna have Diva Bomb, Amplification Matrix, and Valkyrie coming up into the next fight at their disposal. As well as from Hanamura Hellhounds, we're gonna be seeing lots of ults. Scabs already goes down though. Was picked out for 4 swift shots from Dead Scorpion. Huge aim as I said before. Alright. Valkyries for both sides. Huge bomb comes out potentially. Not able to find anybody though, however it does waste brutality. Amplification Matrix comes out. Bob also comes out from Hanamura Hellhounds. Res is used, and he was able actually to res Masume, which is a huge res. And Seto tilting right now is just trying to play on this awful designed second point. And there's going to be lots of stall. Lots and lots of stall where we'll see here. Supercharger is able to definitely, you see a lot of use from tactical tilting with that supercharger, able to pick up a lot of kills, but Hanamura Hellhounds with a supercharger Junkrat, flanking Junkrat at that, just able to completely deny tactical tilting's fight, and despite them having looking like they might have actually won that fight, they just didn't. No tick, no value really came in from the commitment.
Awful.
Yeah, you hate to see it, Mink being staggered that long. I completely despise this map because of the second point.
There's no fall off to kill and reset yourself. You're kind of at the beckoning of the other team.
Yeah. Pull comes out. Not able to kill the McCree quite, but lots of people are getting low on Hanamura Hellhounds. Dead Scorpion is finding a lot of value there. Asume was walled off. They are able to capitalize on that and kill him. Once again, resetting tactical tilting. Junkrat mines coming and spamming. Pull comes out in an attempt to try and kill him. Not successful. Looks like tactical tilting is actually going to be opting to go cave this time. Slash dark, slash whatever you want to call this area. Whew! Mink almost goes down on the hog, and it looks like Jack's going to get very greedy here. Try and capitalize on that. And despite tactical tilting actually being kind of an advantage there with their positioning, Hanamura Hellhounds is capitalizes completely on whatever they capitalize on. I wasn't entirely sure what happened there, but Lith is... Okay, Lith. Pop off, dude. Pop off.
Oh, and Lith falls to the mines.
Not gonna matter very much. I think Jag's thinking there to kind of speak for him a little bit was the fact that he has fast respawns. Fast respawns is able to get back to his team despite him killing him and Roadhog being very slow. They'd be both down off tanks if he was able to get the pick, because Mink was very low and name-tied. But very risky play. And once again, Mabel not able to find anybody this time. That was kind of the win condition last time for Hanamura Hellhounds. Tactical tilting is able to successfully get around to the cave. His tire comes out huge. Huge, boys. And Hanamura cleaning up this fight really easy like.
I don't know, the old advantage right now is just ridiculous. I think with a minute left, you need a really quick dry push.
Yeah, it's not gonna. I don't see this working out because even with the drive,
they should have saved Deadeye and just baited out as many ults as they could last fight and reset with 40 seconds left.
Definitely. Well, they're gonna opt for a Widow crossfire here with Widow perching up on the main, while the rest of the team goes left to the cave, as well as Junkrat being in the main right now, kind of firing. Widow jumped up kind of early in my opinion. Not able to find any value there. However, Pull does come out and attempt to try and get him, and that's a huge waste of ability. Bomb comes out, finds nobody. However, Nano does come out onto Lith. He's going to be pressing W pretty hard here, probably. RCM playing Pretty passive here. Oh, huge tire! Yes, that's for Saw. Yep, huge tire from Lith. MVP Lith, calling it right now, dude. Huge player. And we're just be seeing Hanamura cleaning up the second point. Mayo Free is coming out basically to secure this fight, forcing Mora to play in a very small area. I will give a little bit of compliment to Meme. He has some pretty fat rollouts with Lucio. Like, he gets there pretty fast. Saw that on Li Jing, and we just saw that right now too.
To 1. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Hanamura just had the ultimate the entire time there on that second point. That's really what gave the advantage. Tactical Tilting just wasn't able to really get a successful fight out there. Yeah, Hana, I can completely despise Temple of Anuba's second point. It's so hard to push through now with Mei being strong, as well as Doomfist. I don't see it really working out anymore. Like, yeah, we definitely see the fact that Hanamura kind of full health second point, but the fact is, Temple of Anubis is such a hard point to really take as an offensive, you know, and they still definitely have a potential here to draw. Not saying they won't build a hold here first point, but it's definitely a lot harder of a hold. And Hanamura seems to be the better team here, and I think they'll be able to cap this point successfully.
This is, I mean, this is for the game right here.
Yeah, this is for the game.
Playoffs is first to 3 wins for the quarters and semis, and yeah, they're going to need to pull out a nice hold to be able to, I guess, come back.
Yeah, they won't, if they draw this, they're not going to be able to come back from a draw. If they draw this, they lose. They cannot draw this.
No. If they draw, it goes to another map. Yeah, it's 3 map wins.
Oh, okay,
So
I see.
they need a draw or a win.
So it's not a set of 4 issues.
Yeah.
Okay. I see. So, win definitely needs to come out then from Hanamura Hellhounds. Not a draw. Lith is taken out, but is rezzed. We're gonna see the Bastion strike coming out. A huge boop, but finds the Bastion hacked. Finds the Baptiste and the Mercy. We're both able to get up there easily. And they're gonna be kind of just utilizing the teleporter here to kind of get the high ground. And, you know,
And Gab's
rotation.
found out up top.
Yeah, rotation. Gab is found out to the left, so he's not able to get much value there. He does TP, and Mini boops him. Might be able to kill him here, potentially. Kind of has him trapped, however, in my opinion, Min is much in a much worse spot. And it looks like currently, Tactical Tilting is just going to be split. Symmetra getting very low there, and attacks. Amplification Connection comes back. Jag is able to get down Minx. Booty on the Reinhardt does go down, but they trade tanks, and Lith goes down as well, and Booty is rezzed. I definitely see Tactical Tilting be able to win this fight here, because Ryan Zarya is not able to really get up there. And with that, TP coming from the Symmetra. Yeah, there's the EMP. EMP coming up very fast there. Gab, despite being zoned off for a little bit there, very much kind of surprises me with that EMP charge. I take back what I said. It looks like Tactical Tilting is going to actually lose this here because of that EMP. There's a lot of stuff happened there. It was kind of really hard to follow, in my opinion, from me, but a lot of stuff happened there. But nonetheless, we will see Ryan Zarya both having their ultimates here with Tactical Tilting.
kind of took him down, and then Throttle was able to use his Coalescence and pretty much sap the health out of anyone left on the field.
Yeah, Coalescence, you had a lot of use out of that Coalescence there on the first point. And we're going to be seeing, you know, I kind of take back what I said. With the comp that they're running, Hanamura Hellhounds, I definitely think they have much more of a potential to run, especially with Tactical Tilting not opting to run a Mei. We're going to be seeing lots of W presses coming out here from Hanamura Hellhounds. Never goes down from a sim turret. It's unlucky. Supercharger comes out, kind of completely zone them off, as well as that ult. Deal bomb. That ult, yes. Gab does go down below. Very slow fight here.
They haven't been able to break shields so he can maintain and get use out of that shatter.
But in my opinion, doesn't matter because now you have EMP barrage, EMP shatter, EMP grab. So many combos at Hanamura's disposal if ultimates are used correctly. I don't
think
see.
they're doing exactly what we were talking about the last match. Is they needed at least a dry push, tactical tilted to build up ult, so their economy is higher. And yeah, right now they're what, 5 to 3 in ult economy.
And I like to point out Hanamura and Hellhounds kind of being smart here. And we saw throughout the rest of the series that they were mainly opting to run the Orisa Diva or the Orisa Hog. We see the switch here. And just from my point of view here, I see that because mainly I'm thinking Hanamura Hellhounds are thinking here, alright, they kind of realize Temple will do a second point very hard to push. So they swap over to this. And lots of offense coming up from both sides. EMP, huge barrage not finding anybody. Goes down. Whew. All the ultimates from Hanamura Hellhounds gone. And wow. Flabbergasted over here. I was not expecting at all Hanamura Hellhounds just to throw all their ultimates into the fight and not get any value.
Dead Scorpion's interactive key is not bound.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Yeah, he's just kind of staying up top. He's not moving at all. He got slept. That Scorpion got slept. Gab and Jack trying to capitalize on that. Looks like nothing comes out of it though. That Scorpion getting very low. Mink almost dying. Almost getting on the neck. Ooh, trades coming out. Gab on the flank gets 2. But I really don't think Hanamura is able to capitalize much on that. Supercharger comes out to stall this out. Jag is able to completely destroy fast. They actually only need 1 tick here, so not much stall can come out from tactical tilting. I completely forgot about that. However, 2 do go down on the side of the Hanamura Hounds, and tactical tilting able to successfully hold this. Most likely. Once Doofus pops off, but he's already able, very much low. 6 here from tactical tilting already. Some walls used, yes. And that's being able to clean that up real easy. Yoicks. Not looking very good for Hanamura. Ult advantage going over to the tactical tilting right now. As I was saying before, I believe the Hanamura Hounds were thinking to themselves, alright, we have to use EMP, and they can't really run a Sombra with the Orisa. So that's why they opted to run the Ryan Zarya this fight. But they switched off that, obviously, because they wasted all their ultimates. In my opinion, I think it was best to stay on that comp, because they had so much time in their time bank. And those ultimates were so strong, they could have been used properly. That Scorpion already goes down from Gab. Huge pick. And coming to this next fight, we're going to see a huge pool come out. Not able to find anything, though. Mink goes down as well. Lots of mispositioning here from tactical tilting. That Scorpion is already back, though, with that Deadeye. Maybe able to find something with it. Bomb comes out. Finds 2. Huge bomb from Jag. Deadeye comes out. Not able to find anybody. Is easily snatched by Gab. And that's a very standstill position. And Hanamura Hounds takes the win, closing out the series 3-0. Very good match there. Very good series. As expected, Lith gets to play the game. In my opinion, definitely MVP of the match. Huge pull, huge tire, huge plays from Hanamura. Alright. Are we gonna do any interviews, Mr. Steve?
Seeing if anyone wants to be pulled in for an interview.
Do you want to watch?
Everyone just kind of jumped off.
Clean up, clean up.
Everybody, everywhere.
Oh, on the stream, it shows interact key not bound for Dead Scorpion. What? Maybe that's why I get.
What happened?
Okay. I was watching a stream and I saw Dead Scorpion just doesn't have an interact key.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
he was
funny.
interacting to get up to the teleporter, so I don't know. Hacks.
Yeah,
Hacks.
hacks.
1 second.
All right, huge map, huge win from Hanamura Hellhounds. Um, and I definitely was surprised from tactical tilting. Definitely being the underdogs coming into this, this fight. I definitely did not see them winning at all. Just from sheer statistics and stuff. But they put up a much better fight than I ever thought. And Dead Scorpion, massive McCree, dude, massive, better than I can ever do, even on my best days. I think definitely kind of the carry on the team, in my opinion. Of course, team game. All right.
Doesn't look like we're gonna get anyone in here. I'm asking Scorpion. I think they're talking right now. Well, I'm tired. Let's go to bed. What we should do. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he's ready. Yellow.
Hello?
Hi.
Let me boost your mic volume.
What was that?
I was just boosting your mic volume. I don't know
Oh,
if
okay.
Fertilance was just talking you up.
Yeah, dude. Great McCree play.
Thank you.
I think you kind of were a large reason Tactical Tilting was able to put up such a fight this series. Of course, you guys were the underdogs and everything
Yep.
coming into this. Are you guys really sad at all that you guys lost, or are you guys kind of expecting this?
So, they were one of the first teams we played when we started the last season in the division below this, and they 4-0'd us. So, we weren't like expecting to win, but we were hoping to put up the fight and try and get as close as we can.
You guys definitely put up a good fight today, that's for sure. Especially Hollywood. Hollywood is a very close fight. So what are you guys going to be doing? So I assume this means, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys for sure are staying inside championship.
Yes, I believe we're staying in the same division.
All right. So are you guys going to be? So now, you have a lot of these teams like Hanamura Hellhounds, which are going to be potentially getting out and coming into this next season with you guys being one of these top teams. Not really a top team, but middle tier team, and all these other top tier teams are going to be moving up to the Premier League. What are you guys going to be doing to prepare for championship? And do you guys think you guys are going to be able to move up to Premier in 2 seasons from now? Are you guys planning on staying in OCC? What's exactly going on for
Uh,
Tactical Tilting?
yeah, we're definitely staying in OCC, at least as far as I'm aware. I feel like we're doing pretty good so far. The I've been a team to like play meta, but with roll queue, the meta's kind of been shifting closer to what we play anyways. So I think we're gonna have to like we've been trying to get our hero pools to line up a bit more with meta. So I think we're trying to figure out good comps to run and when to run them, and hopefully work on playing a bit more aggressive because we never really played like aggressive up close comps. But that's kind of where the meta's going. So we're probably gonna have to. Then I think we'll
Mm-hmm.
be ready for it.
Thought that some of your aggressive play today was actually pretty solid. And I'd like to say, like, I don't know. As far as growth, um, like what you were saying from stage one to now at the end of stage two, like as a team, Tactical Tilted has just excelled. And kind of what you were saying, where stage one it was like your first map, and you actually got wiped by Hanamura Hellhounds, and you come in and play them in the playoffs in stage two, and they were close. At the end,
Yeah,
I feel like a few ultimates could have turned some of those tides either way.
yeah, we kind of overall did on our second to last fight.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of probably communication errors within Tactical Tilting.
Yeah, and part of it's our main tank wasn't here today, so we had a
Uh,
sub, and he usually does target calling for us.
that's unlucky,
Sort stuff
dude.
out a
I
little.
I think you guys
Yeah, if you did
could
that
at
well
least
with a sub tank that's not your shot caller, I'm excited to see where stage 3 goes for you guys.
Yeah.
I think stage 3 we're gonna see a plot team, yeah, and Premiere going on to Premiere potentially.
I mean, it could happen.
Hopefully, I'm hoping for it. Yeah, we're kind of
That'll
like
be fun.
our team is. We have like a lot of natural synergy, and so we're trying to like build up actual comp structures and like get those to where they need to be, which is kind of like the reason for the like our speed of improvement.
Yeah, are
Mhm.
I think we pick
y'all?
up on things really fast.
So y'all been preparing for the introduction of Sigma into stage 3?
Yes, our main tank likes to play Sigma a lot, so our off tank has been practicing Orisa.
Something
You
rugged.
have to practice Orisa? Thought you just stood there and dropped shields.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, but you know.
All right. So you guys now have 3 weeks off until next stage, and not even including possibly some break weeks or an all-star week. What are you guys gonna be doing during this time? You guys gonna be scrimming? Gonna be taking a break?
We're still gonna be doing our scrims 3 or 4 nights a week, I think.
Trying to prepare for OCC Stage 3.
Yep. Probably gonna work on our Sigma comps. Probably try and learn how to play like Reaper Doomfist, Reaper May.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think Doomfist probably, you know, definitely shifting over to Doomfist meta right now. Do you guys have a Doomfist player? You guys gonna be looking to play
We
Doomfist?
so like trying to widen our hero pools because neither me or Blind played Doomfist. So we both kind of been like practicing him a little bit because we know he's gonna probably be a big part of the next upcoming meta. I think that Blind will probably be our main Doomfist player, but also depending on the other heroes we run with Doomfist, we're kind of both trying to learn him.
So let me ask you this. So you guys have a very, now I'm just kind of looking at specifically you and Blind. That's in 1,000 SR gap there. How did that come about?
So, um, for me, I think I joined this team when I was like 3.1 to 3.2, and then I kind of climbed up into like almost masters within like a couple weeks from that.
So you were kind
Um,
of like on the high end already whenever you joined
yeah,
of the
but
team?
I think it
Okay.
was we just kind of like we were a lot closer, I think.
Yeah, that makes me
Um,
kind of feel better about myself because I thought you were like a plat DPS and I was like, why does this platinum have so much better mechanics than I do?
yeah. It's plat average, but that's just because we're like so wide on stuff.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. I was wondering like how is this guy platinum all this stuff and then I finally look at your profile, almost masters, almost there.
Yeah. I was there in a season 17, and I don't know. I haven't played much of comp since Roll Q came out because it's kind of like I just feel like it's all over the place in terms of skill levels.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up. I haven't even done my placements yet.
Yeah, I probably
Yeah,
should have.
it's messed up right now.
Yeah.
But yep,
Um,
GG's.
Yeah, thank.
Hopefully tactical tilting. We're gonna be seeing a platinum team in Premiere and two stages, but
I believe.
um,
Oh, personally, I'm hoping to see Scorpion on one of these all-star teams.
Yeah, that would be cool.
yeah, that would be cool. Were you I guess I assume he was nominated MVP.
I don't know.
The map. Okay,
I think
we'll
once or
just put you
twice.
on there anyway.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right. Well, I'm gonna go eat dinner. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a very
Uh,
good match to watch.
any last questions? Any shout-outs on your end, Scorpion, before we kind of end this?
Um, Basically, like I just think my team does a good job. Like they play together.
So shout out
And
to Team Tactical, yay!
Yay!
All right. Well, that's it for me.
all right, enjoy your dinner.
Oh, thank you.
Mm.
I'm signing off. Ferd can say bye if he wants, or I'll just cut him off.
Wow. Oh.
Oh,
That's
and you gonna no, okay.
what?